Hey FlossTube, this is my first FlossTube video, so I'm a little nervous, bear with me. My name is Jez'Reel, but I go by Stitchy Witchery on YouTube. This is my only platform for FlossTube, and shout out to @BoogieStitcher because she's the one who got me interested in doing a FlossTube and realizing that I didn't really have to have a whole bunch of stuff in order to do it. I could just record it on my phone and then post it, and I didn't know that. So, hi. I've also been stalking her videos, so if you haven't checked her out, I'll put her in the description below. A little bit about me is we're a dual military family with 3 kids, and currently stationed in Texas. And if you want to know more about that, let me know. I know some FlossTubers will do a little recap about their life beforehand or sometimes after. If you're interested in that kind of thing, let me know. So future videos, I can kind of add those little tidbits in. So for this first video, it's going to be my first big Stitchy haul. I ordered these from VIP for Christmas because I got a Christmas gift of cash. So I decided what better way to use that Christmas gift than to buy a whole bunch of cross stitch. I think I got about 11 pieces, but 3 of them I'm not going to show you because I was able to actually find the artist and they weren't verified reproductions. But if you're interested, go check out @RoyTheArt on Etsy. Beautiful work. Go buy their art. Wonderful things. Okay, so I did take them out of the packaging to avoid the crinkles because I'm still not sure how all of this FlossTube stuff works, and I don't want to have your guys' poor ears getting hurt with the crinkling. I know some people don't like that. Let me know if you prefer watching them come out of the bag with the little crinkle warning or however that works, like what's more enjoyable for you guys. We're gonna go ahead and start with this purple door. See that? I love this one. I think it's so cute. That's the little image that it came with. It did come with 2 of these little needles. They look very thin, and I'm not sure about this. They do come with instructions for those who maybe haven't done any of this before. I tend to get confused by these and I don't like them, but that's me. The pattern is the nice plasticky one. It's much more durable, so I've seen other FlossTubers that like this one better, and I kind of agree. And you can see on the side it has nice clear colors and your numbers of the floss, and then all the symbols. All of this is pretty easy to see. Hopefully that's like, my hand's probably shaking because I'm nervous. The only problem with this is that I ordered a counted cross stitch pattern, but they sent me a stamped pattern and a blank canvas. So it's a really pretty purple color. You can't really see it here. That doesn't help. But anyways, it's a very pretty like lavender purple color, but as you can see, there's no stamping because it's supposed to be counted, but the pattern isn't matching up. I did reach out to them, but they were on the holiday, so they asked me to reach back out in February, so I'll try that to see if maybe they can just send me like a PDF version of the counted pattern. The floss, however, there's only 20 colors, so it's not super extensive, but they have gorgeous colors. I love them all very much. And what I like about these purples is that the purples are still very similar in their color, but you can easily tell them apart, unlike some of the other. Sometimes they're so close I can't tell the difference. And I have very bad eyesight. There's these, very soft, nice thread. I like those. And then I just kind of keep them like this until I'm ready to use them because I have a plan for all of them. And if that's interesting for some of you, I can do like my whip go plans and like my current like works in progress or however that's gonna go. I think I've got like 4 And I have a whole bunch of Whipco ones that I have to start now that we're into February, and it's gonna be a whole thing. Okay, so my next one is going to be, oh, it's very large. Oh, my light died. Okay, so we're gonna hope that this works. I did not charge this before I used it, and we bought this like at the beginning of the pandemic and have not used it until now. But anyways, okay, so the next one is going to be quite large, and it is, I think this is Fairytale Hut. I think that's what it's called. I'll have to, I'll post it in the description box. But here's the picture. Make sure you can. And I just love this. It's like the perfect little witchy hut with all its bottles and jars and knickknacks. This cute little mouse right here. I love him. This is also on the shiny pattern paper. There is a lot of like red going on in this. You can see. But the pattern is pretty easy to read so far. I just kind of like glanced over it, and it's clearly stamped on this, so that's nice. Here's the list of all the colors. It's got the little picture at the top. And this does have 50 colors. So that's going to be quite an undertaking for me, because these are like the largest projects I've ever done. And then, am I holding it the right way? I am. This is a 60 by 42 centimeter pattern, and it's pretty large. It's very busy. I'll get a little closer. I can kind of see through my pattern right now to try and give you a close-up of this. It's very well stamped. It's easy to read. The numbers over here, this little key is a little harder to read because of the fabric, I think, but it still shouldn't be too hard. It's still like clear in terms of like the symbols. It's just these are a little harder to read there, but it's got a nice border to it, so it's not like too thin, but it's smaller than some of the other ones. The edges are finished so that it doesn't unravel, and this is pretty soft, so that's nice. I know one of these smelled really, really bad when I opened it, and that was a little alarming, but you know, it is what it is. It did come with these little doodads here. I think what I've heard other floss tubers call it's like a little finger guard, this gold thing, and then a little pin cushion and some tapestry needles. These are just regular needles and like a needle threader. Does that work better? Maybe. I can't see. Anyway, I just kind of like stuff these into my little needle keeper, and I use the same needle until it breaks. That's my go-to. Oh, thread. I was like, what am I looking for? So sorry for the crinkling. Okay, so we have several of these. This is a 310. Well, I guess not several. This is 3371, so it's that kind of brownish charcoaly color. And we have 2 floss cards to do all of this. So this is the smaller of the 2. It's a little tangled, but whatever. Very soft. I like these colors. They're to me, like they're warm and cozy, and I kind of like that for the feel of the pattern that's going on here for this little workshop. And then this big boy. Whew. Okay, So this says, I don't know if this is just like the company name. It says full needle, full embroidery cross stitch. I don't know what that means. If anybody else knows, put it in the comments. All right, so we have this side. Got some nice natural lighting coming through, that's nice. So some blues and reds, the deep like maroony purple. I really like these gold colors here. They look a little green in the camera, but they're like a, well, this one's a little green. This is more gold. And then these. And then on the other side, we're back into a lot more of the greens and some pale green blues. And this is shock of purple here. So those are very nice. And then I did have like on one of the ones that I'm not showing, actually, my eyesight is so bad, like I had to take it into my LNS and color match and see like in person that they were the same. It was 2 different shades, but they were just so close. Sorry for the crinkling. So I feel like I'll have a better time with these ones. They're a little easier. Okay, and this next one, I really like this one. She's so cute. And again, we have these little accessories. Several needles. I like that they're not just sending like 1 or 2. And these are just like regular needles. And the little floof ball, the needle threader, and the little finger protector. And this is a 50 by 50, which isn't too bad. I call her my flower lion, even though she's a tiger. I just thought she was so cute. And this is on the more durable of the pattern paper. And you can see the numbers are super clear. The colors are super clear. It's got this nice, like, it's a tiny little picture, but it's a very clear one. And some of the colors are kind of close, but because like, so these pinks here, because one's like a solid pink box and the other is a pink circle, it's easy to tell them apart. And the other ones are super clear on this pattern. I think this will be really easy to tell apart and to work with as I'm going through it. So that's really nice. And see, it's not super big. I mean, it's huge compared to like what I've worked on, but it's not super big. But I mean, I guess this is the one that smells bad. It's unfortunate. Hopefully when I wash it, it'll go away. So we have our little picture right here. She's kind of not clear right here, but these are all really nicely stamped. There's not a whole lot of a border here, but it's still a nice border. And same with the top, all the edges are finished so that it doesn't come unraveled. And then it's very nicely stamped. And we'll go back to this part. Let's see here. Yeah, the pink is still easy to tell from like the pink circles. So it's got really nice stamping going on. I don't see anything that's like bleeding together or like in the wrong spots. So this is actually one of my February Whip Go pieces. So I have yet to start that, but because I wanted to do the haul first and kind of get my feet going in that and see how that all worked. And before I started getting all of these out and worked on. And also I don't have like a lot of space right now. So having all of these pieces everywhere half finished isn't gonna work very well. Okay, crinkle warning. Rip it off like a Band-Aid. All right, so we do have this hank of blue, 3840. It's kind of a nice reprieve from like the 939s or the 310s. And we do have, how many colors? Let's go back and look. I didn't look at that. I don't look at these. 46. And like when I'm purchasing these, I go solely based off of, oh, I really like this picture and I would love to like finish that and hang it in my house one day. And then I have like, I don't even know what you would call it, but I have not regrets, but apprehensions. I have buyer's apprehension once I get the piece, because then I'm like, oh, this is really big. Oh, this is a lot of colors and it's not something I thought about before. So these are all really nice. This is just the second floss card that it came with. I really like these. They're soft and subtle. I really like the pastel kind of look going on. And then these, okay. It is a lot of pinks and reds. It's a lot. Ooh, oh buddy, okay. Let me get it all tangled. So still really nice thread. It's very soft, easily manipulated. So it's not like, you know, I'm not tearing any of the floss as I'm trying to comb through it with my fingers. Really pretty colors. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all this floss once I'm done with the project. Like, I don't think I have enough storage boxes for that. We have this side. This one might be a little hard. Like, I can tell the difference here, but like when I'm working on him, it might be a little more difficult. Especially because I don't have great lighting either in the places where I stitch, so it makes it very hard. But these are really nice. I am super excited to get started on this one. And the other pieces that I haven't shown, those are really good because I started with counted cross stitch. And then I learned that you could get one that was like already stamped. I was like, hey, wait a minute, where was that when I was learning how to do this and ripping out stitches because I miscounted? Crinkle. So those are good starters to kind of like get used to how the stamped cross stitch works, and also to learning how to sew in hand because I've always used a hoop. Trying to do the sewing method, and that's just not really working with me. I have coordination issues. Okay, moving on. This is the Fairytale Workshop, I think. Again, I'll have to put like the legitimate names so that if you go to VIP Cross Stitch, then you'll be able to find them. But I am so in love with this. There we go. Super cute, super detailed, just huge. It's gonna be, well, I don't know if it's that big, but it's a very detailed piece and just super cute. Again, on the, I don't know what it's called. It's the plastic pattern paper. There are 50 colors. I don't think I bought anything with over 51 colors. The pattern looks pretty nice. It's a very large sheet. I like that so that I don't have to sit there and look at like this tiny 8x11 piece. And I don't think these are going to be too hard to differentiate. You know, it's very clear on here. The your numbers are very clear with all your list. You have your little picture right here as well. So that's nice with that. And then we have, so it's pretty big, still big. Nice clear colors, nice clear stamping with the numbers again. This is, I think I said it already, but it's a 50 by 70. And the stamping, whew, I'm gonna drop it. Stamping's still nice and clear. I don't think I'll have any issues seeing those. And it doesn't smell as bad as my flower lioness, so that's very nice. Now I can't figure out how I folded this. That's fine, okay. Oh, that's why I'm confused. I like set myself up, and then as I've been going through, crinkle warning, sorry. I'm like, wait, what am I missing? Okay, this is so much. So we have a hank of the 315, a hank of 550, a hank of 158. Ooh, 823. I really love this color. This color is absolutely stunning. And 535. So we have 2 floss cards. This one has some softer colors. You can see there. Again, really nice soft threads. Haven't had any issues with these having threads that I don't like so far. It's usually like a certain color that I'll have a hard time working with. And not usually like a thread brand. Although I generally, because it's available to me easily, I use a lot of DMC. So, okay. So here's this first portion of all of these colors here. I love this. This is a really pretty color too. These right here. Like that. I like these a lot. It reminds me of Beauty and the Beast. And okay, pause this and put these away and get them out of my way. Give me a second. Okay, I think this will be the last time I have to stop this and restart it. The next one is going to be this cute little unicorn girl and her unicorn. Super cute. Again, these are all from VIP Cross Stitch, and I will put my list of the titles in there in the description. This one did give me a paper pattern, and I don't like it. The numbers are printed very clearly though. The picture is pretty clear here, and the stamping itself looks pretty good. I don't think it'll be too much of a problem. The background might be a little iffier. Okay, set these over here. Okay, this one is another pretty large piece, a 50 by 60. Oh, and I am doing this one for a friend at my work. So I'm hoping the picture appears very clear. The stamping along the side is really clear, and we have 25 colors. So that's not too bad. And then, you know, the dreaded yellow, which I'm pretty sure is the 310. No, it's 413, I lied. So, anyways, the stamping looks pretty good. Everything is pretty clear and concise, like these little, the little L's down here. Oh, I can be smarter than the pattern. We've got some L shapes down here that are right there. Oh, you can't see that very well. I'm not good at this. Those are pretty clear. I've seen them other ones where they're a little fuzzier. This is all pretty clear here, even though they're similar colors. So I think it'll work out fine. And there's not too much of like background per se. There's not just like a whole lot of one color like on the other ones where there's a significant portion of one single background color. So that's nice too. Just got a skein of this tossed in here. I love these colors. They're going to be so fun. Reminds me of cotton candy. I don't know why. So we have these, and these have a lot of like, where they didn't come attached, they just kind of like worked them through, which isn't a big deal to me as I start these. So this is one side. They're all very pretty. Here's the other side. I like that teal color. Oh, I say that like I was expecting to have another floss card, but it was just the one. It's just there's a lot of it. Okay. Go over here. This one is also for a work friend. I think it's super cute. I call it a dog bath. But it's got the girl and the dog in the bath. And there's just so much green that, again, when I was looking at it, I was like, oh, this is such a cute picture. I really want to stitch this, and just hit add to cart and didn't think about the 39 colors, of which are basically 39 different shades of green. Did not think about that. But this is the nice, what is this? What is this called? I don't know. I don't think it's plastic pattern, but anyways, I have that. Very nicely printed, very clear. I don't see any portions on here that are gonna like bleed together or are hard to like see from each other. So that's really nice. And we have, this is a 40 by 64, so it's smaller-ish. Like it's still huge, but it's, I guess it's smaller, all things considering. Again, here's the picture at the top, which you cannot really see that well. That's not great. The stamping here, it's not as nice as some of the other ones, but it's not terrible. And then as you go into here, the stamping is still really clear. So I don't see anything so far, except for like these little, and it's not that they're not clear, it's just that they're all red. They're all red, and so that's gonna get me, and I'm gonna end up having to rip out stitches, and that's the thing that I hate the most. But the edges are finished. This is a smaller border than a lot of the other ones have, I feel like, but it's still a finished border, so I feel like I can't be too mad about that, because I didn't have to take it down to my local needlework store and have them finish it for me. Crinkle warning. Okay, so there's a hank of this, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 skeins of 38.47. One of these little doohickeys, the needle threader, the regular tapestry needles, the little poofer, and the finger thing. I have like the most technical terms for everything that I do, as you guys will be able to tell through these videos. Okay. I feel like I should have like unrolled these before I got started, but you know, it's fine. Okay, so here's one side. Those are very pretty colors. Just like I said, like numerous shades of green. And then likewise over here. Still, again, very soft, easily separated, not too concerned about that. And then floss card 2 has 3 little babies. 3 babies there. Those are nice. So I'm very excited, looking forward to that. Crinkle. Okay. And then our last piece is, this is also for another friend, and I'm kind of debating even showing this because of what I'm going to do with it, but it's a very pretty piece. It's the koi pond. So I'll show that. And there are 50 colors, again, on the plastic pattern, so that's nice. And it does include a lot of these, I don't think I talked about it, but a lot of them have the instructions, if you haven't cross-stitched before, right here on the side too, for like these bigger patterns. But her face in the pattern is like very clear, but I'm worried that it's gonna be like wonky. But I don't think that any of these aren't gonna be too difficult. The pattern is printed very well, so I'm excited about that. This is a 50 by 70, so it's kind of even larger. I think it'll be really interesting. Gotta get on the right side of this. So the picture, like, you could even fit the picture on here. So the picture's cut off. You have the stamping and the colors, and like, that's not too terrible. I feel like this fabric isn't really white. It's like a gray. But the stamping is still nice. It looks pretty clear. Even in like, this is this section where it's more heavily with like some of the similar colors, but it's still really neatly stamped. And you can tell like the difference between them. So I still don't think it's gonna be too terribly bad. And crinkle warning. Oh, and then again, like I don't know if this is all of them, but there's like 6 needles in here and a needle threader and a little poof and the finger doodad. So now I have like 20 of these. I'm gonna have to have a case just for accessories. And we have 4 hanks here. And the different colors, 37.87. This one was 33.63. I really like this color. It is 37.56. It's like the seafoam. It looks really blue here, but it's like a seafoam green. So people have kept calling me, and like my phone's been blowing up from like work stuff. And I just finished the last of this. Like I've had to like stop and record like 4 times. And I finished the whole last of this video on photo. So I recorded everything like I was taking a photo, and there was nothing. I'm very sad. It's not like it was interesting. So we have these here. These are some accent colors. Really pretty. Again, super soft thread, easily combed through. Excited to work with. I do have like conditioning wax that I have since lost in my room. But I do like that for smoothing out threads and just getting a little bit more workability with them. So I've been using that a lot, and it's improved. I like how it glides through the canvases at this point. So here's these. Let's straighten that out. So you can see like lots of blues and greens, like for the water. And then on this side, we have more of the orange for the koi fish. Still more blues and some of those pinks and stuff. And that wraps up my haul for, well, from Christmas. But if there's anybody who's been filming for a while and has tips or tricks that would kind of help me through this, that would be awesome. You can message me direct or put them in the comments below. Anybody who's been stitching for a while and has some tips and tricks, put them down there for everybody. And if there's anything specific you'd like to see in the next video in terms of like whip go or works in progress, just drop me a comment and we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching. Bye.